All right, today we're peeling back the layers on what you might call a real hidden gem of Shivaji Maharaj's coastal strategy, Bankot Fort.
Hmm.
It often gets, overshadowed by the bigger names, the more famous strongholds.
That's right.
But our mission really in this deep dive is to uncover just how pivotal this place, later called Himmatgad, the Fort of Courage, actually was to his whole vision for the Konkan coast.
Yeah.
And just so you know, all our insights for this, they come from detailed historical accounts. They cover the fort's location, its capture, and the pretty significant changes it went through after the Marathas took over.
And it's so important because understanding places like Bangkok, it really gives us a richer, a more complete picture of these historical strategies,
Yeah.
especially when you think about naval power, controlling trade routes.
Right.
It's like seeing the whole chessboard.
Correct.
Not just the major pieces. These smaller, strategically placed forts, they often dictate the entire game.
Exactly. So let's set the scene for you. Banok Fort. It's strategically perched right at the mouth of the Savitri River, near Bankot village, Ratnagiri district, Maharashtra coast. It's basically, well, the textbook definition of coastal fort, a sentinel watching over where the river meets the sea.
And what's fascinating is that its value, its strategic value, wasn't lost on anyone, even long before Shivaji Maharaj.
Oh, really?
Yeah, this fort was originally known, in ancient times, as Mandargiri Fort. And its inherent value came from its position. It's a natural choke point, right?
Right.
Think about it. It directly controlled that vital sea trade route, connecting inland spots like Mahad and Burondi with the port of Dapoli.
Yeah.
So whoever held Bankot, well, they held the keys to that commerce.
Ah, okay. So because it was such a valuable prize, I imagine control wasn't exactly stable?
Not at all.
Okay.
Before Shivaji Maharaj entered the picture, it was a bit of a hot potato.
Right.
First, you had the Portuguese,
Yep.
powerful naval force asserting their dominance. Then it slipped into the hands of local officers from the Adilshahi Sultanate.
The Adilshahi.
Yeah.
Okay. A major power in the Deccan.
Exactly, vying for control. And this tug of war for Bangkok, it really highlights the intense dynamics of coastal power struggles back then.
Yeah, you can picture it.
Everyone wanted a piece of those valuable sea trade routes. And forts like Bangkok, absolutely essential for, well, getting and keeping that dominance. This flux, this kind of strategic dance, it perfectly sets the stage for Shivaji's own ambitions, his campaigns to secure the Konkan.
Okay, so we've established Bangkok is this really valuable strategic spot. It was only a matter of time then before Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj aimed for it. During his big Konkan campaign, you said, around 1670 CE. Now, maybe you're picturing a long siege, drawn-out battles.
But that's where it gets interesting.
Yeah, that's where Shivaji's genius kind of surprises us, right? The specific tactics used here were, well, pretty remarkable.
Indeed. I mean, yes, it was a battle, but the historical accounts, they describe it as quite small and quick.
Small and quick, really.
Likely concluding within, a few days only. The resistance from the local defenders, it's noted as moderate. They fought, but weren't, say, overwhelming.
Okay.
The real brilliance was Shivaji's strategy, a surprise land-sea combined attack.
A combined attack, land and sea.
Yes, this wasn't just a simple charge. It was, for the era, a complex pincer movement. And it relied heavily on the Konkan Mavlas.
Ah, the Mavlas, those local warriors.
Incredible local hill and sea warriors, their unique expertise navigating treacherous coastal cliffs and unpredictable tides that allowed for this perfectly coordinated assault. It just overwhelmed typical fort defenses.
So it sounds like this wasn't just Shivaji leading the charge single-handedly. Who were some of the key people, the lieutenants or strategists, who made this particular capture work?
That's a great point. You had figures like Nayak Bandari. He was absolutely instrumental.
Oh, okay.
His specific expertise navigating those tricky coastal waters, that was crucial for coordinating the sea part of the attack, getting troops where they needed to be exactly when needed.
Right. Timing would be everything.
Absolutely. And then after the victory, you see Savitri getting immediately involved in defense planning, which tells us a lot, right, about how quickly they moved to consolidate their gains, integrate Bangkot into the wider Maratha network.
So once Bangkot was firmly in Maratha hands, what did Shivaji and his team actually do? How did they make it their fort? You mentioned the name change earlier, Himmatgad. Fort of Courage. That's more than just a label, isn't it?
Oh, definitely.
It's almost like a rallying cry. You can practically hear the soldiers shouting it from the walls.
He absolutely was.
Yeah.
The renaming itself, it wasn't just symbolic. It was about instilling this new sense of Maratha identity, boosting morale across the kingdom.
Okay.
But beyond the name, the physical changes were comprehensive. The fortifications, immediately addressed. Walls, bastions, repaired and strengthened for coastal defense.
Specifically for coastal defense, not just general repairs.
Exactly. Built to withstand naval bombardment, repel landings, it was also given new naval utility. Quickly set up as a small port station.
A court station, so like docks and supplies.
Right, docks for smaller vessels, provisions for crews, lookouts specifically designed to monitor Arabian Sea activity, a critical early warning system, you see.
Makes sense.
And to ensure sustained, reliable control, a permanent Maratha garrison was deployed for local oversight. Plus, and this is interesting, the Maratha administration likely undertook the restoration of a temple or other local structure.
Ah, so connecting with the local population too.
Precisely. A holistic approach, winning hearts and minds, solidifying their rule beyond just military might.
Okay, so if we tie all this together then, Bankot Fort's strategic importance becomes incredibly clear. It wasn't just about watching the coast. It was vital for policing that Savitri River trade artery.
Critically important.
And here's the real takeaway about Bankot for you listening. While everyone remembers, the huge naval forts like Sindhudurg or the big land battles, this relatively humble fort, it was Shivaji's coastal eye and ear, quietly overseeing things, amplifying his control. It wasn't just a fort. It was like a strategically placed lever, significantly boosting his power across the entire western seaboard.
And that really raises an important point for us, doesn't it?
Yeah.
How often do we overlook the seemingly smaller pieces, the ones that are actually indispensable to a grand strategy?
Yeah.
Bankot Forts is a perfect example how even, minor engagements, less prominent sites, can be absolutely crucial to achieving the bigger goals. It wasn't about its size. It was about its precise placement, its purpose within the larger plan.
So Bankot Fort, or Himmatgad, it really stands as this testament to Shivaji Maharaj's strategic genius, doesn't it?
Absolutely.
It shows how he secured those vital trade routes, how he masterfully expanded Maratha influence on the western seaboard, sometimes using sites that, well, aren't household names today. It's a powerful reminder, I think, that history isn't just about the massive, famous battles and structures.
Yeah.
So here's something for you to think about. How often in history are the most critical pieces of the puzzle not the biggest or most famous, but those strategically placed nodes, the ones that unlock grander ambitions? How many other Bankot forts are out there, waiting for you to discover their hidden importance?